I see people have been enjoying your coworker, not your friend video and been asking a lot of questions. So, guys, look, your coworkers definitely not your friend because they're operating on a different state of mind. You have to understand that it's a competitive world. The minute you enter the 9 to 5, you're in a competition whether you like it or not because everyone's goals is to move up. So people always gonna deceive, doing all kinds of tactics in order to look good. That's how it works. That's how it works. Don't think because someone's smiling with you, they joking around with you, they asking you how you doing and stuff, means that they're your actual friend that you can just open up to them. It doesn't work that way. I'm gonna go in the brain to show you guys how it works for you to have a better understanding why your coworker is not your friend. It's not their fault. It's truly not their fault. Because if someone cannot reason, they cannot think properly. Of course, they're going to be on survival mode, and their natural instinct going to be to attack, to take advantage, to deceive, to do all kinds of shady stuff that when a person really conscious wouldn't do. So it's a thing that you really have to understand. So don't think your coworkers really your friend because especially if you're in an environment where, let's say, you have a group of people, all they gossip together, they doing all kinds of things together, pretend to be best friends, and you don't want to be part of that clique. You have to brace yourself. You have to prepare yourself because that clique going to attack you because you basically acting different from them. And they usually do not like that. They don't like it at all because they want you to be the same. They want you to jump on their wagon where they're doing things that you probably don't approve of. Okay? So let's go in the brain, guys, for me to share with you how your coworkers really, really think. So you have to understand when someone, let's say, enter the 9 to 5 world and they do have their personal life and you don't know what their personal life like, if they don't have, like, let's say, a backup plan, if they don't have anything really going on for themselves, they're going to be scared. Amygdala, fear. Once the amygdala kicked in, once the amygdala activate, the frontal section shut down. What mean? The person cannot function properly. The person cannot make good decision. It's the reason people usually make a lot of mistakes because they're scared. They're thinking in their mind, shoot, what if I get fired? What's going to happen? I don't even have a backup plan. All kinds of things going on in the back of their mind will create their anxiety. The fear system just activated and it shut down the frontal section for them not able to reason. It's the reason you will find a lot of backstabbing, betrayal, and they won't hesitate to throw you under the bus. Fight or flight. It's the reason you will see that they go and find ways to pacify themselves, either to find a weaker person to just attack or take advantage of, or gossiping. You will see that they usually find ways to pacify their senses. I want you to keep this in mind. The way they usually attack is not very strategic. They just get enough people on their side by building allies. They will smile in your face, and the minute you turn your back, boom, they start talking bad about you. It's to ruin your reputation. It's to ruin your reputation because once they stain your reputation, then they're going to make you look like you don't know what you're doing. And if they keep on reinforcing it, of course, you're going to panic. And once you start panicking, you stress yourself out. You're not going to be able to think properly. Guaranteed. So it's the reason perception really, really matters. You have to, the way people perceive you really matter. It doesn't mean you should let fear push you towards their behavior, push you towards them, because it's not going to benefit you. So you must learn to protect your mind. How do you think you're going to function in your personal time? You're always going to be in a fear mode, and you're going to pick up a toxic type of behavior that you wouldn't want to take home. It's very important to understand what I'm saying, man. You do not want to take a toxic behavior to your home. Definitely not. So it's the reason you must keep your distance from toxic people. That's the way I view it. That's the way I look at it. If someone you feel like toxic, or you see a group of people they're really toxic, just leave them alone. Keep your distance. Stay in your lane. focus on what you got to do. They're going to, of course, attack you because you're behaving completely different from their belief. So they're going to aim to get rid of you 100%. You have to know what you're doing. You have to understand your task in order when you be in attack for you to protect yourself or for you to stand up for yourself. Because if you cannot stand up for yourself, they're going to enjoy getting you fired without zero remorse. Zero remorse. There's a thing about, the coworkers, man. Zero remorse. The minute they get you fired, once you're gone, they're going to celebrate it. They're going to celebrate it, man, because they're going to feel like they achieved something, and the reward part of the brain will release dopamine in their system temporarily, which will motivate them to find the next target because they're going to want to experience that dopamine hit again, and the cycle will continue. So it's the reason you must learn to stand up for yourself, and you must understand that they're not your friends, so certain things you shouldn't share with them, especially your personal stuff. Your personal life is your personal life. Your work life is your work life. Your work life is where you go, okay, to perform a task, make the money, and after that, you go live your personal life. Completely different. So you must take it for what it is and accept it for what it is and understand it. You keep your distance, you do whatever you have to do, and just go live your personal life. It doesn't mean that you have to be rude or you tell people to stay away from you or anything like that. Just understand that, they're competing with you. They're not your friend. They cannot think straight, and they're afraid. When someone's afraid, they're going to aim to save themselves. And not you, not other people, just themselves. You must understand that. Okay? So take care of yourself. Take care of your mind. Understand reality for what it is. If you run away from reality, you're afraid to accept reality for what it is, man, you're basically not living. You're basically not living because the mind know what reality actually is. So what do we do here? We learn, we push, and we grow to become the best version of ourselves. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button for more great content. If you have anything to say, let it out in the comment section. See you next time. Ciao.